Hey guys, it's Jeff Farina with Pocketnow.com. And you know what, there's one thing that's really started to heat up lately in these smartphone wars. It's going to be the screens. Devices like the HTC Incredible and the Google Nexus One are offering the AMOLED type screen, which some manufacturers have really jumped on. However, Samsung has taken it a step further by creating what's called a Super AMOLED screen. So it's going to offer you the same benefits, however, with the supposed added benefit of being able to see this in the daylight, which is one thing that the Nexus One and Incredible are lacking somewhat. So today we're going to unbox what's called the Samsung Wave. It's a new Samsung device that offers their new and very own operating system called Bada. So we're going to show you how Bada works, the apps that it comes with, the phone itself, the hardware itself, and then we're also going to take it a step further and see if their claim of daytime viewing with their new Super AMOLED screen is really true. Let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. Alright everyone, and we're back, and we're going to go ahead and take the phone out of the package. Now I've already got it started on both the little envelopes that are in here to kind of help me out on the video, so it's a little bit easier for you, a little bit more seamless. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of this package right here. And we have another. And voila, here's the phone itself. I believe, yes, waiting for my SIM card to follow. Now, as you can see, this is the Samsung Wave phone itself right here. I'll go ahead and bring this up so you can see the box a little bit better. Now basically what we're going to do is we're going to cut this guy open. Now Samsung does something that's actually very nice. I don't know if you can tell, but by seeing right here it says, "Do not accept if this seal is broken." Many times I've been to carrier stores, third-party stores, and bought a phone, purchased a phone. I know it's been played with. The screen guard that's on it by default has been taken off. There's been people just kind of messing around with the phone. Well, this really stops that from happening by putting this sticker. So I'm now assured that this phone has never been touched, never been opened. So this phone literally is brand new. Now I believe I am going to have to cut this open. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off real quick and cut this phone open. Alright, and that seal has been cut. So now we are ready to go. We're going to go ahead and pull this guy open here. Now this box, just kind of by looking at the box to kind of show you how this is. As you can see, it's Samsung Wave, and it's actually, if you can tell, it's a holographic writing, which is very cool. Kind of shows you the image of the phone itself. Just kind of, again, has that seal over here in the back. The back of the box here is going to have some information about the phone. You know, basically it's saying, oh, you know, it's a bold new adventure. It's basically kind of giving you some of the history of this phone. It is a Super AMOLED screen. It is the first Super AMOLED screen, so it's something I'm very excited to actually test out finally. As you can see, it's HSDPA dual band 900 and 2100, which we will find out if that's going to be the US compatible or not. I know, however, if you look at the edge down here, it does say that it's compatible with the 850, 900, and 1800, and 1900 megahertz bands. Now, reading on the Samsung website, they do note that it is compatible with the Australian 3G band, which is 850, which is also what AT&T is. So this may work with our bands. We're going to have to find out. Also, as you can see, it's a 3.3 Super AMOLED screen. Uses the Samsung intuitive TouchWiz UI, and it has, you know, the HD video playback and recording, which I'll make sure I take a demo video for that. It's also a 5 megapixel autofocus camera with the LED, which is very big, and then it has the geotagging for the actual pictures itself. Now, as you can see right here, it has the Bada logo. This is the first phone that I've personally used that has Bada built right in. It's Samsung's own custom operating system. They built it right from the ground up, which is pretty daring. And I will kind of let you know how I feel about it as time goes. This phone is also Bluetooth 3.0, which is very nice. And it's going to do the Wi-Fi B, G, and N. So, let's go ahead and get to the bulk here. Now, on top of the actual phone itself, it's kind of going to have a little guide that's titled Getting to Know Your Wave. So it's going to give you some basically quick steps, 10 things actually to be exact, that you need to know about the Wave. And they range from setting up accounts to putting all of the contacts together, whatever it may be. Right beneath that we have the phone, which again is the 3.3 Super AMOLED display, as you can see right here. I'm going to go ahead and tilt this so I can just get the phone out. Now as you can see, it's the gray. I will put this aside. It's going to be a cliffhanger. I'm going to put this aside real quick, and we're going to keep going with the unboxing, as you can see right here. If I pull this tab up, we're going to have inside here, it's like some more documentation. So we're going to have the actual user manual for the Wave, which, as you can see here, the model number is also the GT S8500, or 8500 for that matter, which, nice and thick, kind of going to give you some instructions about the phone, some settings, just like a camera, or another phone for that matter. It's going to give you everything you need to know about it in the user manual right here. We have the battery, which is a 1500 milliamp hour battery. I don't know if you can see that from right there. That's a pretty good size, the same size as the Evo's battery. However, this phone is a smaller screen. It's also the LED screen instead of that LCD screen, so I do think this would give me better battery life than the Evo, which we all know isn't the greatest. There's also going to be a set of headphones in the box. Kind of pull these out real quick so we can get a better idea of the quality on these headphones. So they're going to be a metal casing, as you just heard, and they seem to be pretty good quality. I will definitely use these, test these out, and I am seeing a microphone in line as well, so you can talk with these. There is also the phone switch right here. Next up, we're going to have the adapter, which is going to be just the European adapter. This is a UK-based phone. However, once again, it is compatible with the bands. So, this is going to fit the European outlets, or the UK outlets. However, that shouldn't be an issue, because I should be able to charge with this cable right here, which is going to be the USB cable to the micro USB. This does use the micro USB like a lot of the phones do now, a lot of the HTC handsets and that sort of thing, so compatible in that sense. Making sure I didn't miss anything here. And there are a little bit more documentation things on the box itself. Kind of going to go over some of the Samsung apps, which I will definitely touch on. I'm going to do a software overview, two actual software overview videos to kind of give you an intro to the phone and the Bada operating system itself. So let's go ahead and pop the battery in this guy and power it up. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down here. As you can see, there's the Samsung logo with the camera itself, which is the 5 megapixel camera with the LED flash, which is not bad. We're going to flip this guy right over again. It has the little sticker on here that kind of gives us some of the information about the phone. It is a 1 gigahertz CPU. It's actually, if you've kind of been keeping track after the latest iPhone announcement, it's actually rumored to be the same exact core as the new iPhone. It's the A8, A4 chip. Now, it's the same core as that. That's what all these rumors are saying. Samsung actually helped develop that chip, so that's pretty impressive. Going to the top here, we're going to have the USB port, so you can actually plug the phone into your computer or to charge it. Sort of in the middle will be the actual headphone input, and then you're going to have a speaker on the side. Now, there are three buttons actually down here at the bottom. We're going to have the phone send and the phone end. There's also a middle button for selecting. Microphone down here at the bottom. I know it's kind of hard to tell with the angle. The volume rockers are going to be on the left side of this phone. So as you see, you have the volume up and the volume down. And then the right side, it looks like it's a dedicated camera button on the right side itself. I will definitely investigate that further. That's nice. A lot of phones are kind of lacking that now, which that really goes a long way. So let's go ahead and pop this battery in. Now it has a little pry right here, which will actually lift the battery compartment, which is a metal compartment, as you just heard, up. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in the SIM card separately so I can make sure that it's going to work right off the bat for you guys, and then we'll go from there. I'll be right back in just 1 second. Alright, and we're back, and I've gone ahead and popped the SIM card in, as you can see right here, which is an AT&T SIM card. I'm going to slide the battery into its place. Also going to go ahead here and put the battery cover itself back on, which just pops right into place. And now we wait. There we go. Let's go ahead and pull this screen protector itself off. These are never very fun to actually take off. There are some protective covers along the edges here as well for shipping and that sort of thing. Make sure the phone is in pristine condition when you get it, which is great. Alright, now, when the phone boots right up, we have the language selection here. We're on English automatically, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And I'm going to go ahead and press the next button. Keyboard language, same idea. I'm going to go ahead and press the next button. Time zone. I'm going to stay on the New York time zone. I live close to Boston. That's the same exact time zone as New York. Once again, the next button. Date and time, I'm going to set today's time, today's date, that whole sort of thing. So the time is currently 3:39, which this is already good to go. So we're going to save this. It's starting right up, and I can tell you right off the bat, this screen is amazing. I've used the Nexus 1, I've used the Evo. The Nexus 1 is better than the Evo. This is better than the Nexus 1 from what I can tell you right now. Now, I don't have a widget profile, so just kind of going into the phone. Yep, this screen absolutely looks amazing. It looks gorgeous. We can kind of flick back and forth here. We have some Samsung apps, calendar itself. This gives me basically an agreement about the use of these widgets. So we do have the Android-like screens where I can swipe. Looks like I have 3 screens, and I'll investigate further to see if I can add more to that. Now there's a pull-down bar up here, which this is extremely smart. You're going to have the ability to turn your Wi-Fi on or off right here. So you see that's green now, which just found my home network's Wi-Fi. You also have the ability to turn the Bluetooth on and off right from here, or put the phone into silent mode, which is your vibrate, if you can probably hear that. This is very good. These are very good shortcuts. I wish Android and I wish other phones would implement that into their system. So we also have a Google search, Google Maps, and the Google Mail icons here. There's a quick manual right on the screen, which I will use at first, and I will obviously move this. I believe you just hold and drag, which is exactly what it looks like. We have a keypad for your phone. So you actually call a number. Looks like there's also a texting button right here. Yep, the keyboard itself pops right up. I can tell you right now, the keyboard is great quality, just from first glance. We're going to go ahead and go back. We're going to go all the way back to the home screen. I don't want to save this message. We have a contacts tab, which this is where my contacts will be once I add them to the phone itself. There's also going to be the messages tab, which again is for the SMS or the text messages. Now it looks like I can add widgets to this screen here by pressing the widget button. And that's exactly what it is. I can add a dual clock. It's like you just tap. Let's pick a different time zone here. Let's do Ottawa. And now we have 2 time zones. Exact same time, but two time zones. Going back into the other widgets, we have anything from wallpapers. I can change the wallpaper directly in this menu to birthdays, to days, to network info, email, yell.com, which are just yellowpages.com. It's just an abbreviation. The BBC, the music store, you name it. There are some apps. Once again, this is running Bada, which is Samsung's custom operating system. And I can tell you right now, this looks very impressive at first. I will definitely put it through its paces. And make sure that you stay tuned, because I'm actually going to be doing a hardware review, an in-depth review of the hardware itself, talking about the screen. The main thing with the screen is once again, it's a super AMOLED screen, but we've never seen it outside. So I'm going to go ahead and use this outside and give it some, in direct sunlight tests. Samsung has said that they've actually eliminated the glare and the loss of the ability to see your screen when you're outside. However, I'm going to put that to its true test and let you know how it is. I'm also going to test the battery life, pretty much everything with this phone, you name it, and I will make sure that I keep you updated on it. So if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more, because there are more videos for this phone coming down the pipe. Again, this is the Samsung Wave. It's currently a UK phone, however it is compatible with bands across the world. You can get this phone at clove.co.uk for about $400, and so far I can tell you this screen is gorgeous. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.